and she's prayed her 5 prayers, and she's wearing a proper hijab, she should walk down the street proud, because the God of the sun, the moon, the stars, the sky, the galaxy, he loves her.
Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm making this video as a convert to Islam, because growing up in the West, whether it's London, US or Europe, you see a lot of sad things. One of the saddest things that I see on a daily basis is Muslim sisters born into a nice practicing family, basically taking off the hijab, A lot of the reason why sisters do this, it's because growing up in a non-Muslim country, you're exposed to music, you're exposed to adverts, you're exposed to movies and so forth, and all these things, basically, when you start reaching a teenage year, shaitan starts hitting you with them. And then what a lot of sisters do, they start getting inferiority complex and becoming insecure in wearing hijab, jilbab, and even some niqab. So what they do, they end up, seeing these girls that they go to school with, these non-Muslim girls that they go to school with, talking about boyfriends or walking down the street half naked and getting attention, and they see the women in the music videos and so forth, in mini skirts and skin tight jeans that are 10 times too small for them, and they see them getting attention and so forth, and they see these model adverts, L'Oreal, Casual Worth It and all this stuff, and then they start to get jealous, a little bit jealous. And slowly but surely the hijab comes off, the jilbab comes off, or they modify the hijab and they start wearing a little scarf thing around their heads, and start wearing tight jeans and so forth, and slowly it all goes. But the sad thing is, wallahi, I'm telling you, as a non-Muslim, you grew up on the streets, who's been clubbing, who's basically been there, is that you're getting yourself into something that you don't even know exists. And what I mean by that is, you might see these music videos and they go in a mini skirt and a skin tight jeans, and in the music video the guy's giving attention. You might see these movies and the guys are paying attention. But you don't see the other side of the story. You haven't seen the other side of the story. You haven't seen these girls who walk down the street, in skin tight clothes. You ain't seen it, when they get pregnant and they phone the guy, and the guy tells them you better kill that baby, and tells them not to phone my phone again, you better not phone my phone again. You ain't seen the part, I say, when a woman for 9 months, she's looking up, she's pregnant, and she's going through all the struggles by herself, because the guy that got her pregnant is out there raving, checking up some chick or whatever, and you ain't seen the part, when the woman is in the hospital on her own, giving birth on her own, because the guy is with his other girls, you know what I'm saying? So you can watch these videos, you can watch these adverts, you can watch these films, and think by taking the hijab off, that somehow you're gonna basically get attention, and that you're basically gonna get, one of these guys is gonna chat you up and have a strong relationship. But the reality of the situation is that all that's gonna happen is when you take that hijab off, is that you're just gonna get smashed a few times sexually and then thrown to the corner, and then he's gonna move on to the next hot chick. So at the end of the day, look, it's sad because we're supposed to be Muslims, we're supposed to believe in something called Tawheed, we're supposed to actually believe in this deen. And one of God's names is, Allah's name is Al-Hakim, the Most Wise. So when Allah says there's going to be no pleasure, there's not going to be no joy, there's not going to be no happiness in taking a hijab, He means it, But you don't want to read about Allah, and you don't want to follow this deen, and you want to find out the hard way. So you'll take off hijab, you'll get, some guy will sleep with you, get you pregnant, dash you to the side, or sleep with you, give you a sexually transmitted disease, and you'll be finished. But within your own community, you're already running away from what you're already taking hijab off to get what you already got, because there's loads of sisters in the community, who wear hijab, wear jilbab, wear niqab, and they've been married for 10 years, they've been married for 5 years, 15 years, 25 years, and 30 years, and they didn't get that by taking anything off, because their husbands married them for Tawheed, for their prayer, for their dress sense, and so forth. So when Allah said that there's no joy in not wearing a hijab, or there's no pleasure in not wearing a hijab, or there's no benefit in not wearing a hijab, He was speaking the haqq, but you just have So the moral of the story is this. Yes, sister, this is the reality. If you if you take off the hijab and you take off the jilbab or you take off the niqab and you swap it for mini skirt, skin tight jeans, whatever, yeah, you will get attention. A guy will see you, yeah, have sexual relationships with a few times and then dash you to the side. But the reality is there's no woman on the face of this earth that gets as much attention as the practicing Muslim sister. And I see this daily, you know what I'm saying? Why? Because when a practicing brother goes to marry a hijabi, yeah, for me, or when he goes to have meetings at the mosque with a hijabi, his intention is to marry her, yeah, because of her understanding of Tawheed, because of her prayer, and because of her wearing a hijab and jilbab and so forth, yeah, and to stay for her for eternity in this life and the next year, and also to have kids with her, and for publicly everyone to know that he got married to this woman and to have kids and so forth and so forth. But the reality of the situation, there is no girl who walks down the street in a mini skirt, skin tight jeans or whatever, or goes clubbing or this, that and the other, and gets approached by a guy, and that guy's looking to stay with her than any more than a few sexual experiences. Why? Because nobody, yeah, wants a woman who walks around half naked to be the role model of their kids, to be the raiser of their kids, to be the example to their kids, to be the teacher of their kids. So the reality is, I can guarantee you, for every woman you bring me who wears these skirts or these skin tight jeans and that, yeah, I can guarantee you when it comes to relationship wise, for every one of them you bring that has a relationship, yeah, I can bring you 10 hijabis, I can bring you 20 hijabis. For every, how can I say, woman, you know, who walks around in skirts and skin tight jeans, yeah, I can show you plenty of them that have become single mothers and left on their own, yeah, but I can show you tons and tons of Muslim women where it's the norm for them to have marriages for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 25 years. So ask yourself, who really has the more attention? Who has the long marriages? Who really has, you know what I'm saying, the kids and the family and all that stuff? These girls that walk down the street half naked? No, sister. So at the end of the day, you can take off the hijab, take off the jilbab and this, that and the other, but there's nothing there out there waiting for you. The only thing out there waiting for you is basically STDs, you know, heartbreaks, yeah, and being on your own. Remember, you will have the kid on your own. You will be on pregnancy on your own, and you will give birth on your own. So, at the end of the day, don't believe me, but there's someone you have to believe. You have to believe that Allah Al-Hakim, Al-Samir the all-hearing, Al-Basir the all-seeing, you have to believe that He knows what He's talking about. And Allah says that there's no pleasure, there's no benefit, there's no productivity in removing the hijab. But if you don't want to believe Allah, then go out there and try it yourself, and you will cry. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, we have to be Muslims, that when we read about Tawheed and we read about Allah's attributes, yeah, that He's Al-Hakim, that He knows best, you know what I'm saying, that He sees everything, that He hears everything, we have to start living our lives with it. And then alhamdulillah, there's many sisters, yeah, who grew up here in the West, yeah, in the same situation as you, the same environment as you, but when they read it in a book that Allah is Al-Hakim, and He said that taking off hijab is not only that it's haram, but there's no benefit in it, they believed it. And in this life, they had sakina, and in the next life, they will have sakina. But for those of you that says, yeah, Allah said He's Al-Hakim, and He said not to remove hijab, but I know what I'm doing, every single sister who's got pregnant, yeah, and got STD, or got pregnant and had to raise the child on her own because, you know, some guy just stopped on the street because she was half naked, she thought she knew what she was doing. Every sister, you know, that every sister who basically got her heart broken, she said she knew what she was.
And she's prayed her 5 prayers, and she's wearing a proper hijab. She should walk down the street proud, because the God of the sun, the moon, the stars, the sky, the galaxy, He loves her.